Yeah, he went a little high. You should have seen the panic on my face though as I was sitting there. There was a real panic, man.
Create my high school look. Yeah. I understand the problem there.
That was also my high school look, by the way. I don't think I ever told you that. I too had the butt cut. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the DNVR Nuggets Podcast.
Let's go. Let's go.
Casual Friday edition, although I dressed formally.
This is your formal, casual,
you know why?
Formal. You have one look. Yes, that's right.
Well, that is why. But I specifically today a little dressed up. It just got a little cooler today, and I was like, man, I've been waiting.
So nice, you just went layers.
I was waiting. So I've been wanting to wear layers for so long.
The first official Layers Day should be a national holiday.
I know, but it wasn't today. I jumped the gun. I'm sweating my ass off.
October 1st.
We got a great show for you today, guys. Not just because we're in the lounge. How great does it feel to be in the lounge?
The Toyota Lounge.
Thank you for correcting me there. Hop in the Toyota chat. Talk along with us. We're going to celebrate today, man. I feel like the world needs a little joy. We need a little celebration today. And I want to celebrate not the big things. I want to celebrate the little things. There are these little tiny pleasures from watching the Denver Nuggets and the game of basketball at large that I just want to get into. And I have some written down that I think will be fun. We'll talk briefly about Eurobasket. And we'll also continue our conversation, not just about Kawhi Leonard, who I am going to posit is the single worst athlete the NBA has seen, most damning athlete to come through the NBA in 20 years.
Listen, I don't even know if he's the worst on his team. That's the thing about the Clippers.
There is a good case to be made for at least one other.
On his team.
So we're going to get into all that.
Maybe number 3.
I think today's show will be fun.
A big 3 out there.
Casual Friday with D-Line.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, listen, guys. I'm ready to chop it up. I'm ready to do, as you say, Adam, I'm ready to focus on the good. I really want to talk about why we do this. I don't.
Yeah, why do we do it?
Because actually, I'm asking.
I know. That's what, I'm hopeful to answer that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I will, but I'm going to try.
I don't currently have an answer.
It's always darkest before the dawn. You know what? We're 3 weeks away. We're almost there.
Okay.
Ship inside of land, they say. I think we could swim from here if we went down. Rounding out the show, Harrison Wind.
I'm wondering what the Toyota chat thinks of Adam's haircut.
Oh, yeah.
The big reveal just now. We talked about it on yesterday's show. Yeah. There it is.
It may remind you of basically what he's always had.
I think it looks pretty good.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I just wanted a new me.
Yeah.
New me.
So I didn't cut my hair all summer. I just let it grow long. I was like, nobody, it's the off season.
Same me.
And that's what I determined. That's what I learned was I was sitting in that barber's chair trying to say, hey, let's try this. Let's try that. I learned there's no outrunning from yourself. You are who you are.
Yeah, it's true.
Just the worst version of yourself.
New year, new
worst,
me, same
uglier
me,
version.
as LaMelo Ball said.
Absolutely.
That's nothing's ever been more true than
it is one
words.
of those things where you kind of wonder, like, could I be more attractive if given a different haircut? And the answer was no.
No.
That's why people get plastic surgery. That's the fix for that.
I'll also tell you the greatest lesson you can learn especially when you're in like a, I need to get more attractive. I'm working out. Blah, blah. It's like when real fat guys lose a bunch of weight and you're like, oh, you were ugly the whole time. It wasn't the fat.
Well, they have Ozempic for that now. It's really
That's
easy.
definitely me for
There's
sure.
a lot of that stuff. You're like, oh, man, you look a lot better. And you're like, do you look good? Not the same question.
I will say, though, doing it for me, though. I just wanted to go through that process.
Nice.
Learned at the end, failed process.
Well, you went through it, so that's all that matters.
But I did make it through it.
Yeah.
Let's get right into our super producer Kale, by the way, rounding it out. The show on the ones and twos. Not any producer, a super producer. Just want to spread some love today, guys.
I know, dude.
You're all about love.
To Kale? Jeez. We're really
That's how you know.
How dark is this?
If I'm willing to go all the way to Kale.
I'm a little blown away. I haven't gotten an acknowledgement like that in a while.
Well, there it is.
It's kind. Thank you, Adam.
Kale, that was kind of a long interjection there. Let's keep it.
Kale, don't do that again.
Yeah, wow, this is why I don't do this. But, I'm going to get into my first one, which is no small thing. It's actually kind of a medium thing, I would say. But I love Jamal Murray's post-up game. And in particular, what I love about it is I love his footwork in the post because it's my favorite thing. People don't know about this about me, but as a player, one of the first things that I became good at was footwork, because I loved the process of meticulously going through the tiny motions that make a move work. And anybody that plays against me or, at the lower levels or whatever, I'm all footwork and I love it. And so when a player has it, I can watch Kobe highlights. I can watch MJ highlights. Akeem. One of my favorite videos is Kobe working out with Akeem, just because that's what I love. It's not the move. It's the every step of the move. And I'm like, yes, man, that's what I love. Break it all down piece by piece.
I love players when they're like, I'm a big guy, but I'm not that smooth or I'm not that dynamic. I should work out with Akeem Olajuwon. And then every time it's like the same thing. You're like, oh, it's not that you didn't know how. It wasn't that you weren't taught.
No, you know what it is though, man.
There was
telling
that
you,
summer when everybody worked with Akeem.
there was a couple. It was a couple summers, and Kobe started it.
It was Kenneth Fareed, who shortly left the league.
That might have been a bad thing for him somehow.
For sure it was. But I'm telling you, like, Kobe was there, and you could see that he was the scientist in the lab.
Sure.
Like, and you see Dwight goofing off, like somehow, whatever. And it's like, yes, that's the difference. That's why I like it, because I think it's a skill anyone can learn, but it requires this like dedication and focus that most don't have. Yeah. And when somebody masters it, you go like, that was a little bit of natural coordination, but a lot of hard work. Jamal has that.
Yeah, I mean, there is the inherent gifts that, being fleet of foot and also just having supreme body control. But then when you add structure and science and what's the word I'm looking for? Tactics to it, maybe. That's how you separate between the guys that just are given gifts naturally, but never quite fully see them materialize to the level that they could, and guys that like are able to think about it and then internalize it to a point where they stop thinking about it. It's just another way that their body, it's just like chaining motions together. There's so many things as you get deeper into the science of sport, as an old person, it's like golf is the one thing that like really makes this clear for anybody. Mm-hmm. Athletes and
have you seen LeBron playing golf though?
Yeah,
Isn't it kind of blow your mind?
No,
because he's like a brute force athlete.
No, it's a new. You have to chain motion to get new. It's not anything inherent to it.
This is where I disagree though, because like Steph Curry's great at golf. The best shooter on my high school team, also an elite golfer. To me, I feel like it's something about precision motor movements that some people have, and then they pick it up easy. And you watch LeBron, and he's worse than me when I started. Yeah. Like it's so awkward for him.
Pure power force athletes.
Yeah. Like Tim Legler, I'll bet you is great at golf.
Against everything that they do athletically.
What I mean is like he's never had a thing that required he's never learned that arm slot. It's like there are so many little connective tissues and muscles that have to get on the same page and move in a different way that you haven't trained them before. So that, it's like guys that are just naturally graceful are able to sort of
Yep.
But then guys that are powerful, it's like a different thing.
That's what he looks like. Like the club, he needs a club that's like 20 pounds because it's so light that he has no control over it.
Yeah, I mean
he needs the Happy Gilmore hockey stick.
Well, he needs a club like made of like wood, like a caveman would carry.
But the footwork though, to me, and like Jamal has it, and so when he gets into the post, and I don't even know how efficient it is to always go there, but I just love it because he has great moves,
and he loves it too, man.
Yeah,
like he doesn't go to it that often, once a game maybe.
Yeah,
but when he does, it's obvious that he's worked on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know the story. He came up as taller than everybody else. He played center. He was on the block. So he's got that in him. But footwork is all something you never talk about during the off season. I don't think we've said the word footwork since the season ended.
But footwork to me is a huge one, and he has great footwork, by the way, in his pick and roll game, face up game. I mean, he's a jittery guy, and when you see the moves, sometimes you're like, damn, that was a really good move. But it's the post game to me that's the most beautiful, and that's why part of me, when we talk about the modern game, some of the post has gone away, especially from a guy like a DeRozan or something. And I'm like, yeah, but it's pretty, man, when it's done right.
Yeah, man. Like, just to go a little high level with what we're talking about, it's like there's just so many things that make basketball enjoyable. Like so many small things, like, as we said, like the little things in life. But there's just like, if you stop and take a second to really think about, like, God, what are the things that keep bringing me back? Because there's a lot of games you hear, especially because you hear what the complaints are, that the commissioner thinks that you should only watch highlights, that it's like, what is it about this game that we find so compelling, that I find so compelling, that like has made me inadvertently devote my life to it at this like later stage of my life. Like, I don't really know how that happened because, obviously you could take one look at me and know that I'm not a basketball player by trade, but what I do love, there are things. So when I first started really getting into it, going to the Pepsi Center as it was then, like, I just remember like the smell of that arena of like, I love walking in and like, it's like a mix of like, you get the sweet smell of the nuts that they're covering in sugar, and you get popcorn and all that stuff along with.
I like this one. This is painting a picture right here.
But
you are right. There is something to it.
This
It's
is
like
great stuff.
caramel. What is that called? The popcorn that has a little sweetness to it.
There's kettle corn.
Kettle corn. Yeah, the kettle corn
Kettle
smell.
corn, caramel corn.
Yeah,
all levels.
it's kettle
There's a
corn.
lot of like, and the people
Dippin'
that
Dots.
Sadly, Serbia knows nothing of this because they're not about.
You can't have it in the
You
arena.
can't have this, but the U.S. has figured out like the most pleasant smelling foods to like put out. Like popcorn is a very like there's a smell to it that like attracts people. If you think about like why it's a staple food, it's like kind of hard to wrap.
If
your head
Kale
around
ran
why.
it, there would be gasoline at the front of the
Yeah,
entrance
dude.
of everywhere.
Kale, you had your moment at the beginning. Back out. But I love the idea. I love the buzz of the crowd. I like the hum. I like sitting amongst. When you sit down, and especially if it's not your season tickets, it's like where you're sitting that night, sort of like kind of figuring out what new vantage points you can see the game from. Being
The
part of
haze that's over the court when the warm-ups are going on.
Yes, and like it's also like one thing I remember pretty vividly that I didn't realize until I first started going to games is that when they do the initial on-court introduction with Scott Hastings and Chris Marlowe, and it's for the television, like usually that's actually playing so that the players could hear it, which is so weird to me that they're like, oh, Kenneth Faried really has to step up, and he's behind them taking a jump shot. He can hear it. But I just love the ambient, like the being part of a larger organism when everybody cheers at the same time. I just love that thing. It's just when big moments feel big because you're a part of something larger, like large. And there are things about the game we'll go back into, but that watching it, like I love little things about it too. But that's the first part that I just really love and think about.
There is a moment that I always feel when I'm at games, before a big game especially.
Yes.
When you're just really present, and I don't know if warm-ups are going on or like the game's about to start.
Yes.
And I kind of just look around. Actually, this is usually during the anthem when I do this. And I look around at everybody and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
Because it's the ultimate shared experience. And
Yeah.
you get this in a movie theater, but a movie theater is tiny. And it's why I like movie theaters. Because if you watch a movie at home and somebody texts you, you just check your phone, or
Right.
maybe somebody calls and you get up. Like, it's easy to be brought out of that. In a theater, that's not the case. Your phone's put away, so you don't, even if people are texting you. But in an arena, it's that with 20,000 people. And so there's this sense of like, yes, we are all locked in on this moment. And it's, the ultimate shared experience.
What's Nikola Jokic going to do tonight?
I know. Yeah, it's crazy.
the swell of the crowd when there's a big play. That one is fantastic.
Yeah.
The pop
Dude,
of the crowd.
I'm telling you, my favorite one, and it sucks that there are so many iconic Jokic moments that have just gotten a little ruined. His Sombor shuffle, was it game 5, game
OKC?
6 at OKC? Game,
Yeah.
I don't remember which game it was.
I don't either.
Off the top of
One
my
of
head.
those.
But where he was trying his best. That was the quarter where he had like 17 and nobody else had a shot, made a shot in the fourth. But his Sombor shuffle with 1:30 to tie the game, that entire arena, great fan base, all standing, they were all certain they were going to lose in that moment because it was a shot that should have never gone in, and it went in, and they were all just like, we can't stop him.
They had the same feeling that the Lakers have every
Yep.
time they play the Nuggets.
Except for that the Lakers
The
were
Thunder
right
won.
and the Thunder was wrong.
But that sound that went over the arena, which was not cheers, and it wasn't quite a groan, it was more just pure awe.
Yeah.
Like painful awe.
Yeah.
Of like, oh my God.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. That might be the top feeling.
It is the
That
top
might be the number one
when
micro
Jokic
thing.
does something that you're just Your jaws on the floor.
The fans of the other team in the arena can't help but gasp in appreciation.
It's like when you feel like you've put somebody on to like a cool secret.
Oh yeah,
You're like at some restaurant. You're like, dude, I told you.
Yeah,
this
is what I was saying.
I told you. You were.
All right, we got to take a break. On the other side, though, plenty more. We're only 2 into this. I've got like 9 myself.
We love basketball.
We do, and our Nuggets.
I mean, I don't right now love basketball, but like.
Shout out to Red Hawk Roofing, the best roofers. No project is too small for these guys. Hit them up for all your roofing needs, home business, minor repairs, full roof replacements, whatever it might be. They're your guys. They're local. They're Denver people. They're Denver sports fans. They love the Nuggets. Hit up Red Hawk Roofing. They'll give you a free no obligation roof and property inspection. They'll give you a free in-depth photo report for all inspections. You can't always see how bad the damage to your roof is from the ground. So call Red Hawk Roofing. Let them go up there and see what it looks like.
Oh, by the way, I love that you say that, because in my ongoing dispute with my roof, with my solar panel company, they sent out a secondary bid. Guy tried to spot check it from the ground. I ran out of my house and was like, "You're really going to give a quote on this roof without getting up there? Get your butt on the roof and take close photos." Red Hawk, of course. Red Hawk took like 800 photos of
Red Hawk would never even think of doing that, man. They're up on your roof all day, every day. Support these guys like you support us at DNVR. RedHawkRoofing.com, 720-771-8921. That's their phone number. Also, shout out to Miller Lite.
Oh, God. Kale!
Yeah, let's get it.
Fire up some Miller Lights.
I think it's time, man. I need
it's
about
the 50th
20.
anniversary of Miller Lite.
Miller's chip top.
The perfect beer. I can't wait to watch a Nuggets game with a Miller Lite in hand this fall. That is going to be a great moment. Or do a watch along with a Miller Lite. Just a bucket of Millers right there, man. I can't wait. Miller Lite is the perfect light beer because it tastes great. Taste you can depend on. It's brewed for taste. Miller Lite just hits different. Simple ingredients like malted barley for rich, balanced toffee note flavors. The iconic golden color. 96 calories, 3.2 grams of carbs per 12 ounces. Miller time is always a good time. The original light beer since 1975. 50 years later, still iconic. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. MillerLite.com/DNVR to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories, 3.2 grams of carbs per 12 ounces.
Alrighty, welcome back here. Segment 2, Casual Friday edition. Join the conversation. Let us know what your simple pleasers are about the game. Little joys.
It's Amorous Friday.
I'd say it's Amorous Friday. Very amorous.
Tumescent Friday.
I would. You know my favorite word?
Please. Nadir.
No. I guess I won't even go into it. I will say,
are you sure that's not it?
Agape, which we won't even have to go into, but it is another version of love, but a very specific one that I find the best. All right, give us one here, Harrison.
Okay. I had the song the Nuggets play after they win.
Which one? That sounded like the Mario theme for a second.
Are you saying the funky music?
See, I used to like when they played levels.
That one?
No.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. They used to do levels, you know.
Give me the funky music.
I know, but the funky music is like.
What if they just started playing the funky music?
Bro. That would be great. Like Mr. Nugget now is the official thing.
They played the funky music after wins.
Oh my God. I can't wait to hear the funky music.
But
man.
The thing I love about that song, and I hope people know the one I'm talking about, especially if a game is really tight at the end and there's like all this tension and the Nuggets win and then they play that song and you're like, oh,
yeah, it is. It is so true. It is just basking in the glow. Like
another win, man. Life is good.
Dude, walking out of the arena too after a great win when there's a vibe and everyone's vibing.
When you are walking out of the arena, they have the drum line playing.
Yeah.
You're like,
feels
hell
big.
yeah, dude.
Feels like something big happened.
When it's not us, by the way, when we go to a game, we have to run out the second.
I kind of like that too, though. We have to like speed out of there while everyone's
get into courtside Dave's Tesla.
Yeah, normally, like the game is not normally. Oftentimes, you kind of have you're like, okay, 10-point lead, but we have been to 2 buzzer beaters where we had to literally sprint to try and beat the traffic. It was like, ball goes in, we're like, yes, go, running for the exits.
I'll give you another little Nuggets thing for you, and this is so me. I'm not going to make all of them Pickett themed, but I do have one.
Okay.
I love his
over-animated
bounce passes. So here's the thing. There's 2 things about Pickett. One is his because if you guys notice, sometimes he throws these bounce passes where it looks like a child throwing a ball that's too big for him.
Yeah.
And then he also has his dribble. But here's the thing about his dribble. At the moment, we don't trust it, so it's not endearing. You know what I mean? But it's like Jokic has an awkward way of shooting jump hooks and stuff, but it goes in every time, so we don't. Like if Jokic had Nurkic's touch and he shot like that, we'd be like, damn it, just shoot a jump hook, a regular one. If Pickett can become like if we could get over, if he proves that the ball handling is not a weakness but a strength, then his goofy dribbling will become like, hell yeah. No one can steal the ball from this guy who dribbles like this.
Well, I mean, like when he just really takes on, like he really assumes the form of Andre Miller, like we need him to.
Dude, that is Andre Miller. He has
that's
a
what I'm
goofy
saying.
He is Andre Miller
has to fully, just like give up the idea of being Jalen Pickett. It's gotten you this far in life, but now you're Andre Miller. That's it.
Did you guys see the Andre Miller thing about not working out with a trainer? And I love it because Andre Miller does have a game that looks like he taught himself the game.
Yeah. Right.
And so he's like, why would I have somebody teach me footwork or this or that? And you're like, you're right. You're Andre Miller.
Yeah. Your game should not in any way translate to the NBA, but it does. I don't know why it does.
He is the best at being his version of a player, so no one can teach him anything else.
Truly. And again, Jalen Pickett, easily the heir apparent. I can't even think of a second option.
Pickett is such a weird and different player and unique.
Yeah.
Like there's nobody else in the NBA even close to Jalen Pickett. I feel like, there are archetypes. Like Jalen Brunson is kind of the archetype, but Pickett's just so different. Like that's why it'd be so cool if he hits. Because he's so unique.
I'm telling you, we will all love his dumb dribble, and it'll just become a thing of like, hell yeah, you can't steal the ball from high dribbler. You can't steal it. All right, what else we got?
Okay, so I mean, just to go back to Jamal, because one reason that I'm so drawn to Jamal is because I love his body movement. Like I kind of watch the game like an artist. Like I just kind of watch movement. You know what I mean? Like I mean, as opposed to international analyst or
right.
or former
it was
player.
Funny though. You have to admit it was funny.
I have these things about myself. Like if you announce to the world you're an artist, it sounds like you're being like self-centered.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Yeah.
I make.
But you watch the game like an artist.
Yeah. See, that's a factual sentence. But again, it's like being a super taster. You can't possibly, you can never use these sentences without making people want to kill you. But
it's true.
But I am an artist. I'm not ashamed to say it. I watch it visually in that way.
We've established this. Okay.
I like the way that when Jamal Murray is feeling it, the way he elevates and his feet stay flat. They're not like pointed down. When he really gets going, he has this like thing. You can tell like if he's really feeling it because the bottom half of his body gets involved a lot more, and it's
when he's in a zone, you can tell by his movement that it's going in,
and he'll get to the point where he's feeling so good, he'll raise it. Come back on me, Caleb, so I can demonstrate. He'll like
a close up
do
on
a
me
quick,
for that.
like he'll shoot, and his arms will come down really quick if he's feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that because you can sense the confidence in the crowd on coming through the screen, but also like there's just like a beauty to the way that his body all like the way he chains together movement, but not all the time. But when it comes, it's beautiful.
That's why it does feel like he shoots 40% most of the time, but 100% some of the time. And there are those moments where he's shooting 100%, where you're like, oh, he just. It is like the video game where it's like until the fire's put out, he'll just keep letting him try. What do you got, Wind?
What do I have here? Let me see. I had when Jokic makes an athletic 7-footer look like he's never played basketball.
Oh my god! The more athletic, the better too. When
these athletic
like
specimens.
Mitchell Robinson is like a perfect example of this when he's just jumping the wrong direction.
Yeah, he looks like he's never guarded anybody in the post before.
Yeah.
The original one might have been like DeAndre Jordan on the Clippers.
You're right. There was.
Remember when DeAndre Jordan tried to like break his arm
to take himself out?
Yeah,
he was getting cooked so bad. He was like, "I'm gonna foul out, so I don't have to stay
break his
here.
arm, so I can go out of the game." Like, I'm one of the best shot blockers of all time. Yeah. I have no chance at touching this guy's shot.
There's nothing but, getting them up in the air and then just like weaving around them. And they're like, oh.
Yeah, it's the best, man.
Because Jokic will also do the thing sometimes when he beats you where like a lot of guys will finish with the dunk or whatever. It's almost more disrespectful when he has the 2-footed jump layup because it's like, I was so far ahead I didn't even have to dunk it. I jump stopped layup.
Right.
I had a full 2 seconds ahead of you. That's how bad I burned you.
Putting the ball in the basket like a first grader.
I do love that as well. I love that Jokic calls his right foot his good foot. Do you guys remember this interview from last year where somebody said, I think it was Vic, was like, "Ed, you made it off your bad foot." And I think it was like the full court heave. One of the ones he made, he jumped off his right foot. And he said, "You threw it off your bad foot." He goes, "No, that's my good foot." Because everything he does is right-footed. Mm-hmm. Not everything, but more so than any other player. And I love that he's aware of it and calls it his good foot.
Right. Amazing. Like, I would never call one of my right foot is my good foot. But not because of the reasons.
No, it's just you
that Jokic has.
You have a good foot in that you have one that you can use.
Doesn't
and the
work.
other one is useless.
Yeah. Where you rolled your ankle off so many times it's no longer works.
In context, it's the good foot, but it's not a good foot.
I also just love the idea. I mean, think about how many big men perfected their craft, and they never once thought about a good foot or working on their right foot. Mm-hmm. And for somehow Jokic, it was a discipline. He's like, I'm going to become greatly balanced on my right foot. I mean,
that's just that. I feel like I'm going to spend the rest of my life just trying to figure out what Jokic is, what we had with Jokic. Like,
agreed.
The fact that if you watch him, he's unable to stand still. He saunters back and forth.
Great observation.
He's always in motion. And somehow you would think that would lead him to be off balance in the way that he performs. But like somehow it like gives him precision.
Yeah.
I can't really understand how it works. I mean, that is the great mystery of Nikola Jokic, is that even us, having watched him every day that he's been a Nugget for this entire time, it's like there's still times he does stuff. You're like, how did he do that? Like, I don't get it. Like, what? How did he see that? How did he do that? How, like, his ability, as he said, to be able to put the ball exactly where he wants it, like, is something that I don't think is like really fully appreciated.
You know, the most dominant, and this is another thing on my list, and this is a thing that like Bob Ryan will tell stories sometimes that you kind of almost laugh at because they feel so old. This one feels like an old story we'll tell. My favorite is when he creates a wide open shot for somebody, they miss, then he grabs the offensive rebound and scores it. Because it's like he had 2 perfect scoring opportunities.
It's a Jokic assist.
Yeah, it's like I passed it to a wide open shooter, but he missed. That's unfortunate. But I still got the rebound because I also set the table so well that I also gave myself a second chance and score it. No one will understand. It's like, most times on a possession, he works so hard to get one good look, and sometimes he casually creates 2 great looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about when Jokic just gets a rebound through 3 guys by poking his hand in there and just tapping it to himself?
The best.
Nobody else does that.
Do you know the first to call that out outside of Denver? Do you remember?
I don't think so.
Greg Popovich. Greg Popovich, one time, this was like 2018, he had a little scrum, and he's like, you guys notice how many rebounds he gets by just beating you to it to tap it to where you're not?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, he'll do it. He'll jump, tap it, and then go over here while everyone else is jumping. And I was like, good job, Popovich. You noticed a little subtle thing.
I'll tell you something that I know that we all love, that the world loves, is when you get like a very over-the-top, joyful, at times disrespectful bench celebration because somebody, or whatever it is, like somebody stands up and Julian Strawther's grabbing him so they don't fall on the court. Like there's nothing better than a big moment punctuated by flashing to the bench, and Bruce Brown is like,
especially when the game's decided and it's Vlatko Čančar dunking through the lane.
Oh,
and
that's
what's
and everyone's
making the bench
going
go
nuts.
Crazy.
And like running up and down the sideline. It's the best.
That's
you know
what I'm
who
saying.
was the number one though of this? This
Wancho?
is Wancho maybe.
Malik Beasley.
Yeah. He did have some dances.
We got to investigate that now.
But here's my favorite one is Mike Miller, because Mike Miller to me was genuinely us on the bench.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing crazy performances. He was doing like,
yeah.
Like, did anybody else
was
notice?
us on the watch-alongs.
Yeah, that was him on the bench.
He was like, fired up, Cam.
And other people would be like watching, and
For
they'd be
some
like, okay,
reason,
good
he
pass.
was the only one reacting like that to Jokic stuff.
He would always look at like, what's wrong with you people?
Like, is nobody seeing this? Like,
and he was right.
Yeah.
Mike Miller's the GOAT. We got to get Mike Miller in studio, man.
Because I mean, I think my larger thing is I love seeing the players play with and express joy. I love them.
Yeah.
Like they're into, because there is a thing that exists in the NBA, and you would think it would be in a lot more sports. I can't really think of them, honestly, but like the NBA play can feel labored at times.
Yeah.
Like the player, you can tell the players don't want to be there, or they're just like not giving full effort. It's the thing that the biggest detractors will point to what the problem is, why, the commissioner of the league thinks it should be highlights and highlights alone. But like when you get real, joyful, I care about this, and their energy matches yours, it just makes it feel like you're all involved in something that's, like kind of hard to define, but like impossible to deny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, man. It's
Well
a
said.
shared joy. It's a contagious one. When athletes feel it, it almost validates your own joy.
Yes,
Like, yes,
does.
there it
Because
is.
it's, there are moments where these leagues, particularly the NBA, want to make you feel foolish for getting excited about it. Like players will look and be like, the hell's this?
But I don't get it,
this
man.
guy or whatever.
Sometimes people will tell us this. They're like, "You guys make me so happy," and I'm always like, "That's the ultimate. That holds more than anything to me. That made you happy."
Yes, but we want that to be the case, and it's when you feel it coming. So oftentimes you feel like the players don't care.
Yes,
if you
that's
are
what I mean.
entertained or not. Like you are there for them as opposed to.
The shared conspiracy.
Yes.
We're there for each other.
You playing basketball, not important or meaningful unless a bunch of people decide it is.
Right.
And then it becomes big, important, and meaningful. So if you acknowledge this silly dance that we're all involved in, it makes it incredible. I mean,
Bones was great at this, man.
Yes.
Like he would ride that emotion so well.
The flip side of the coin is like pro wrestling, which is all that and no sports. And then the other side is like swimming, and it's like the pure sport, and like nobody cares. Basketball should live right in the middle.
All right, let's take a break. On the other side, I got more joy to share with everybody.
If you're a parent out there, or maybe you're a kid listening to this, you want to play basketball, Gold Crown, that's the place to play. Gold Crown Foundation, divisions for 4th through 8th grade teams. They got feeder teams into a lot of the high schools here in Colorado, club teams as well. Not only play in high school gyms, play at the Gold Crown Fieldhouse. They're building a new one down in Castle Rock as well. Now is a great time to find a team in your area if you're interested. So check out their website, goldcrownfoundation.com. You can scan that QR code right there on screen too to sign up. Maybe you're a parent watching the show, want to get your kid playing basketball. Gold Crown's a great place to start. I played Gold Crown growing up. It was great. They got divisions for 4th through 8th grade teams. Again, feeder teams, so all the high schools, gold, silver, bronze divisions, club teams as well.
Who knows? Maybe Dev will scout you when you're out
That's
there.
what he does.
Oh,
So
man.
if you're good, he will.
If Dev's just like staring at you and like shaking his head and writing something down.
He's got a clipboard with a notepad. Check it out, goldcrownfoundation.com. Great organization, started by Bill Hanslick. Scan that QR code right there on the screen, goldcrownfoundation.com.
Awesome.
Also, shout out to Raising Cane's.
Oh, no. I'm super hungry. Can
I
you skip
know.
this?
I'm sorry. I gotta hit it. Do game day the Canes way. Whether you're tailgating or cheering from the couch, fuel your crew with Raising Cane's. Hand battered, cooked to order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle cut fries, buttery Texas toast. The MVP of every bite, the cane sauce. Don't forget those jugs of freshly brewed tea
Who can forget
and
the
freshly
jugs?
squeezed lemonade to keep the squad refreshed. Cane's the perfect meal for watching football. That's what I'll be doing tonight and tomorrow and Sunday, actually.
Yeah.
Next 3 days.
Oh, don't forget about Monday Night Football.
Oh, and Monday. Okay.
Dude, I'm such a football nut. It's so
Hopefully
unfair
I'll be
to our
doing it
basketball
with some
podcast.
Canes in front of me. It's the best. Crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and of course, cane sauce. Make Raising Cane's your choice.
Alrighty, we are back here, segment 3. Make sure you throw us a like button. I also will remind you guys that we are coming to San Diego in 3 weeks.
Whoa.
Nope, excuse me, 2.5 weeks.
Go F yourself, San Diego.
We are going to have a meetup probably somewhere in La Jolla on Friday night. And by meetup, I mean we'll probably go to a bar. And if you want to come hang out with us, drink a bunch, maybe eat a bunch.
What Adam's
we
saying
will
is
do
like,
that.
we're going to need a ride home.
We're going to need a ride home.
Please.
And then On Saturday, ahead of the game, we will have some kind of pre-party event. We'll find some location. Events team is on it now. So if you're coming, plan on joining us for that. We could talk, converse, get excited about Nuggets Timberwolves. Should be great.
Yeah, and also, we're going to be there for a while. We're trying to make some content, man. If
Yeah.
you got like a sandwich shop.
Dude, the people are not coming through for us right now.
You want us to eat a fish taco live on the internet?
Again, you can email me personally.
We got to, email.
wind@thednvr.com. You can text me as well.
Yeah, dude.
Just let us know.
Yeah, with the subject line fish taco.
So weird. All right. Let's continue our celebration of basketball. I've got another one.
Let's hear it.
I love how quickly CB's legs move when he's on the break. Do you know, he reminds me of in
noticed
Mario 2 when they jump. Like when he gets going on the break, because he's kind of fast, but it's not like he has long, like some athletes long stride.
Yeah.
Giannis, it's like a gazelle. His are more just like these fast twitching little legs. And it's kind of hilarious. Do you guys notice it?
I've
I
never
can think
thought
about-
that, but now I can see
You'll
it.
see it now.
I can think about it now.
Think about this. Have you ever noticed his long strides?
No,
I've never thought he has
exactly.
long. I mean, like Peyton Watson, long strides.
Yeah, long strides.
CB, not long strides.
But I've never thought about this as an artist.
As an artist, you'll start to notice it.
Well, the way, 'cause
I
wouldn't
watch it
describe
like a
that as
video game
beautiful-
player.
I wouldn't describe that as like a beautiful motion, but it is like, it is notable.
But you notice this is similar to my thing about Pickett's high dribble or overly
Just
animated.
like awkward movements in
You kinda
basketball.
do, yeah.
He loves
I-
Jokic. Pickett.
I'm telling you, there is something to it because it's like, I think that we think of basketball as how Michael Jordan played it. So a good-looking jumper is just how closely it mimics Michael Jordan's jumper.
Yeah.
And some people, your body just doesn't do that, man. So I kind of like when people like make it work within their body. He makes fast running work by fast twitching little legs.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'll tell you what I like. I like being in the stands and not only using the rules that I myself have established, but then passing them on to other people or how to correctly be a fan in the stands during a basketball game, whereby you have your choice of 4 phrases at any given time. You can say, "Let's go."
Let's go, yeah.
You could say,
You suck.
You suck. You can.
Come on.
No, you're allowed to
that's not one. Okay.
go along with whatever Kyle Speller is saying.
Yeah.
Which you have to, by the way. You have to be like,
Gary.
Dan, complete. Just kidding. That's Broncos. Yes, Gary, whatever it is. Let's see. You go.
Is Kyle Speller gonna instill Mr. Nugget into his Rolodex?
I hope so.
Once and for all this season.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, and then the last one that you have is
Mr. Nugget.
just a wordless cheer. Yeah! That's how to be a fan. But again, you suck is the most universal to obviously to the other team. You just have to say, Jason Tatum, you suck. And then they are left to fill in the
Boom,
blanks. Why
roasted.
is it that I suck?
Yeah.
Boom, roasted. It's so great.
We got another one?
One I had on my list was when Yoke checks out after the first quarter and he just has a ridiculous stat line.
This is a great one. You're so right.
He's just got like 12, 8, and 5 after one quarter.
Yoke might have this last season, more impressive first quarter stat lines than game
I'm
stat
actually gonna
lines.
see if I can look up some of those real quick.
For some of his best ones, because he
Yeah.
did have a lot of he's at 14, 12, and 8.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? 6 minutes.
And then he sits on the bench with like a tiny little bottle of Gatorade, which again, probably a full-size bottle.
Yeah, probably a full size.
We don't know. We don't
I
know.
do love that one. I love when you look up even before the first quarter when it's only been like 5 possessions and you're like, oh, he has 10 points, 4
Right.
assists somehow. We don't what?
I guess another triple-double tonight.
Yeah. We're just a couple minutes into the game and you're like, do you realize he has 7 assists? Like they only have 14 points. Yes, he made all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are little things like I like squeaking shoes. I like how it sounds.
Do you really?
I like the sound of basketball. I like the clang off the rim. I like obviously the sound of the swish.
Oh man, when they have
pure
a
and
good
swishy.
mic for a swish, there's nothing better. Actually, like on a national broadcast when it's really turned up well and it's swish crowd eruption
Yes.
with no announcer, the announcer
God.
just lets it play. It's like, oh,
Bang!
that is
Can I give you some first quarter stat lines?
Oh,
really
do you
quick?
have some?
Versus Indiana, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
21.
In one quarter.
Versus the Wizards, 20 points. Okay, but now we'll go to some of the crazier ones. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists.
There you go. That's a lot of points, man. They're over 30 points minimum generated in a quarter.
How about this one? 9 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. That was against the Kings.
Man, what if he gets a first quarter triple-double this year? Come on. Come on. It's possible.
10.6 rebounds, 6 assists. That's kind of in the ballpark.
What was it?
I think it's more like
11.7 rebounds, 6 assists.
It's close,
I think it's more likely he gets fouled and awarded 3 shots on a heave. Both of which
I'm just saying you have to start
9,
early on
7, and 7. It's possible.
It's possible, man. It's possible. I don't think it'll happen either, but what if it did?
What if it did?
It can happen.
You just need the team to be on fire. You're up 45 to 18.
You need to go 7 to 10 from 3 or something.
He's got a couple steals that are just leak out passes, and it's like, all right, you got a couple.
And
of
the other
those.
team is missing everything.
I'll tell you one, a thing that I love that happens during the good games is the games suddenly will turn on. Like the lights will get bright, and they're not actual, but it's like once the team starts to move and hum, and there is an energy that's brought into it. As I watch it, it feels like the lights get bright and turn on, and the game becomes alive, and it gives me a jolt. But again, I'm an artist, so
I
don't know what you.
I don't notice that though, because I don't watch the game as an artist.
You look at more of sort of a Luddite view. You're like, I like when the ball gets bounced.
Yeah, sometimes I can tell what's going on.
The more awkward, the better.
Here's the last one I have for you guys, and this is the true thing. I was thinking a lot about what it is I like about my job, because I like analyzing the game. Providing that it's a pretty short list. I really like trying to just say what it means to me. Not what it means to me. Of
course.
Because that's really what it is. And that's what my job is to kind of share, hey, can I articulate all of the different things it means? And I love because basketball is out in the open. And athletes are in a way vulnerable. Part of me empathizes with how prickly these guys are. Because the truth is they're sort of exposed out there. And this is on the flip side, why I hate when athletes try to protect their own narrative so much, because it goes against what this is. LeBron trying to tell us what it means. It's no, you perform. And then we tell you what it means to us.
Yeah, you're just trying to score.
And it doesn't mean it's what it means. It's just this is what it means to us. And you are always trying to craft that. Athletes are out there in the open, and we see them, and they have nowhere to hide, and the lights are bright. And there's something awesome about that. And that's what we do is we watch it, and then we try to craft the narrative. Not narratives that word has a negative connotation, because I think people abuse it. They try to craft and shoehorn something they're not seeing.
They try and co-opt something.
They're trying to co-opt something. But when it's done where it's no, we all just witnessed somebody fully exposed out on a court, pushing themselves to the limit. And now I get to tell you what that felt like to me and what that meant to me. And then you tell me what it meant to you. And we have all of these different lenses now that we're sharing in that experience. To me, that's what's so cool about it. And it is why I get so frustrated with even great athletes like LeBron James. Because I'm you don't get it. You don't get to say what you mean.
Totally.
You get to be yourself, and you mean yourself to you. And we all get to kind of have a perspective on it.
It's trying to give yourself a nickname. D-line, for example.
Or King.
Or Eric Wedum. Something like that. No, that's the thing. I have been in a pretty contemplative place over the last several days. I think a lot of people have been. And it is, for me, I think about a lot, how I ended up here in this seat. This was never even a thought of anything that I would ever do, but what it is about sports in general that captivates me so completely. And it's hard to explain to people that don't see it or feel it the way that I do or you do. But there's a truth to everything that happens. This is why everyone loses their absolute goddamn minds if something is suspected to be fake or cheated or, scripted in any way. The beauty of sports is that whatever you just watched happened because of the laws of physics, happened because of the energy put forth by the guy. The ball went in or it didn't go in, and that's kind of the end of it. And there's not a lot in life where you're able to, spend most of the time outside of watching the sport trying to think about what you think is going to happen based off of prior accounts, in general, just what you think about the players, this, that, or the other. But then we've said this before. It's sports are a debate that at the end have a right answer. I think they're going to win. Well, guess what? The other team won. That was wrong. What you said.
Right.
There's a right answer. the sports debate and stuff where you get out of it where there's not a right answer is where I don't like sports, but like there's the bear quality, what you're saying. It's like, it just is. It's real. You see the will of man, the understanding of environment, the ability to manipulate objects, to do what you're trying to do, all while somebody else is trying to make sure that thing doesn't happen.
Yeah.
There's like an eternal struggle. Sports are just interesting from about 50 different levels, and they appeal to everybody the people that get them, they have the ability to apply and appeal to people at every place that they are in life. Like, you can look at it from a very high standpoint. We know a lot of people that just like statistics and like what that means, how statistics can be understood and how it, again, tells the story of life and this environment and this world, this reality that we live in. Like, can you wrap your head around what we're all doing here by trying to define something that hasn't happened yet? So I don't know, man. I just love that basketball, football, most every sport can exist on multiple planes and can feed every part of your brain and soul if you allow it. And it also allows you to have connection with your fellow man at whatever stage and whatever place in that spectrum they have also entered in. And you can just be like, Jamal Murray's dope, right? And they can be like, yeah, he's dope. That's so dope.
Like, I felt that too.
And not only like is Jamal Murray dope, I'm cooler because Jamal Murray is dope. I get to ride under Jamal Murray banner and be like, you don't have Jamal Murray, you idiot Canadians. He's ours now, or whatever. And it's like, I love it.
On that point, though, you were talking about the competition. I find it interesting because I have my 8-year-old Ellie, right now, and she's on this team, and this is the age where they're kind of realizing it's a competition.
Yeah.
Because they go through basketball almost like it's a series of prompts and it's like a dance, which is what they've kind of grown up in. And even in playing the game, it's like a little bit like, oh, you have the ball, your turn to shoot, I'll kind of let that happen.
Yeah.
And now they're at the age where it's like, no, you're trying not to let them, and they're trying to not let you.
You're like, last year you wanted to make sure nobody cried. This year you want them to cry.
Well, it's funny because yesterday, I got to fill in for the coach, which it was so great. I
Coach,
just
I
had to put on my
the lead
coach's
of this
hat.
podcast.
Okay.
I view the game as an artist. Adam views it as a coach.
Here we go.
And it's great because I love thinking about these things.
Yeah.
Like you're like the game is so I have this encyclopedia of stuff, and I have to teach it to somebody that can handle one. I have to pick a sentence to share.
Did you call Rip DHO?
I taught them that part. I mean, that part, of course, they know. No, but
Looking for an inverted pick and roll. Invert it!
But it's all like, you just see it, and you're like, all these kids have to understand is that it's okay to compete.
Ellie getting horns!
And it was cool because then there were the big kids there, the like 8th, 9th grade or something. I don't know what age they were, but the older kids. And at the end, we went down to watch them as a group. I took them down there, and it was just like you could see the light bulb go on as they watched these bigger girls just punishing each other, just physically pushing each other, and you could see them kind of be like, "Oh,
that's what we're doing."
They're like, "Oh, we thought that was bad," and we're like, and it's like, "Hey, they're all friends." But you see how she just like knocked her to the ground? And it's cool because that is what sports are. Sports are ultimately a test of a test on every front. That's cool. And it's kind of fun seeing it through the eyes of an 8-year-old for the first time.
Yeah, man.
Really cool.
Yeah, trying to understand an outcome with all of the information given, the players involved, the environment, the ball,
Well, she even told me because she had a friend on the team she played the other day, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't want to hurt her feelings." And it's like, "Hey, you're not." This is a joyful thing you guys are doing and trying to beat each other.
Also, you might.
But also you might. So,
but you got to be good with that.
It's like, hey, did she hurt your feelings because you lost? She's like, no. I was like, exactly. So
tough.
It's so fun. I love watching youth sports.
I wish anybody was curious or was concerned about whether or not they're going to hurt my feelings in life. I don't feel like anybody's.
I'm certainly
nobody's
not.
worried about that.
I was going to say, I don't feel like in the last 10 years anyone's been like,
Dev's certainly not.
I just don't want to hurt his feelings.
Well, I was going to say, sometimes I am concerned about your feelings in the other direction. I'm like, how could I hurt his feelings today?
No, trust me.
What could I do?
I am very familiar with the.
I come up with some good ways, though.
Yeah. I mean, like, I try to. Sometimes I'll be like sitting downstairs and I'll show a shirt or something to RG, and I'll be like, it sucks or whatever. He'll be like, joke, he'd be like, we can't let his head get too big. I'm like, my head is not big, dude. Like, this is just like preemptive and mean, frankly. Like, I don't need to be cut down at the knees.
Well, you do look at shirts through like an artist. That's the thing.
Yeah, dude,
It's like,
you're saying I look at art as an artist?
you do. That's what I think is. Let's round out the show real quick because I know you guys don't care, and to be honest with you, I barely care as well. Eurobasket.
I care.
Eurobasket is
Just
down
kidding,
to its
I'm back
finals. There's only 2 teams, and I'll be honest, it was always going to be these 2
I
teams.
know.
Serbia was the only other one that should have been in this when they lost Bogey and when everything went to shit for them. There ended up only being 2 good teams. Both of them steamrolled their way to the finals, and now, mercifully, we are at the finals. Germany versus Turkey. Do you guys have a dog in the fight?
Germany.
He's got a German Shepherd over there.
I'm rooting for Germany.
For what reason?
Turkey beat Serbia. That's the reason.
And those
exactly.
Turk fans were a little
We're
annoying.
anti-Shengun.
We're a little
Yo.
anti-Shake.
Shane Larkin, how is he even on the team?
Yes.
He's so good, though.
Naturalize this. No, I agree with you 100%. I am pulling for Germany. I'm a German. I'm a little German. Like I'm going to get some lederhosen. I'm doing the whole thing, dude.
I'm pretty German myself, actually.
I'm doing the whole
I'm a
thing
little German
because
too.
I'm like 40% or something. I don't know how that math works.
I think Turkey getting a little uppity.
They really are.
They
man.
really are, man. Somebody's got to put them in their place. Turkey, eh?
Turkey, eh?
Yeah, somebody does have to
Trying to rebrand.
You know what's funny though about the Şengün thing is I genuinely like his game because I just like
I
big
do
men that
too.
have skill, and there is a weird mix between I want the Jokic influence and he loves Jokic and this or that, and it's kind of cool, you know. Like wouldn't a Steph Curry fan kind of like the new Stephs? You know, it's like and yet there's the other part where you're like, yeah, but our guy's better, and so it's a weird mix of both being proud and want to crush him.
Totally, man. I mean, the other thing is if Şengün wins this, that's something that's going to be talked about whenever the Rockets are brought up for the whole season.
I don't know, man.
I don't think so.
I don't know if anybody's
think
tuned
it-
into
dude, I think it
It'll
is.
Eurobasket.
trouble us, but like
People are already talking about it, man. Like
Who?
Just people. The
pods?
pods.
The pods?
The pods are talking about
Dude, I
it.
haven't been listening
It's
to the pods. Are they on
Şengün,
this?
man, he's in for a big season. He's making this run at Eurobasket.
Yeah.
telling you, Şengün is not currently sharing the court with Kevin Durant, all those other guys. Şengün is going to be again used incorrectly for.
Can you imagine Şengün and KD? I mean, I can't imagine it, but them beefing,
I could
that would
imagine
actually
it.
be great.
I can imagine it.
Oh, can I
Another
imagine it?
franchise that has to get rid of their best player just to appease Kevin Durant's like short-term rental. Oh, that would be
can imagine.
incredible. That could happen.
I also want to mention. Do you have something else?
We had one other thing we could do, but it was just dogging on Kawhi. Did you want to go somewhere else?
Well, I just wanted to bring up the charity event that's happening at Basketball Social. Kiel, do you have the link? Oh, good. Sorry, I didn't give you a lot of cue in, but this was shared with us with one of our friends, and it is a charity event where they're trying to raise money at Basketball Social. It's comedians, and I'm not sure if they're playing or if they're just telling jokes during. Like, I don't know if there's a Rucker Park situation.
Oh, Rucker Park where they just roast you as you go. That would be awesome.
Yeah, but we'll put it in the link of the show too. But it's just called Comedians Crossing Up. I think so.
Who's playing in it?
I
We have some Denver comedians. Dan Soder in it. He's a tall guy, isn't he?
He is a tall guy. I don't believe he's doing it.
Oh, that'd be too bad.
We'll bring it up at a certain point. But anyway, I just wanted to mention it because we said we would. They're looking to Comedians Cross Up Cancer fundraiser. They're looking to they have a modest goal of trying to raise $1,000, and
that's cool.
it's an event at Basketball Social, and it's happening on the 14th. So, like I said, we'll put the link in our show
Dylan
description.
Cantor says we're playing and roasting. Is he part of it?
There you go, Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Dylan.
That's awesome.
That's our guy. Yes.
Can we play?
I don't know.
Dude, I'll be honest. I was cooking. I played on Tuesday. I
You
was
were cooking some seven-year-olds?
Well, no. I was playing in my regular league.
Okay.
I felt so good. I was all over the place. Can't walk. It's what, Friday? I'm telling my knee is so swollen. I didn't even hurt it. I felt good. Walking out of there, I had my chest out. I was
so
all
cooked.
pumped.
I'm so cooked.
Dude, aging sucks.
Did you say AG sucks? I disagree.
Aging.
That's Mr. Nugget. Oh.
Real quick before we get out of here, can I please just rag on Kawhi
Yes.
for a second?
Do it.
Dude,
So
there's
here's
been
our
way
first
too much
take.
love on this whole
I
pod.
know.
Let's get a
little haters ball. We had two takes on this that we were kind of talking about before this. Number one, Pablo Torre. What a great job he's done reporting, you guys.
Is it Pablo
Real
Torres?
journalism. Real journalism.
Capital J.
Capital J.
Journalism.
He is doing a great job. He's also streaking this out in a hilarious fashion.
It's
because
also
he clearly
making it
has
into a TV show.
I've even actually heard now. There's like behind the scenes. The smoking gun has been discovered, and it will be released to the public. in a 4-part series that drops every 5th day on his podcast. And it's kind of hilarious because it is actually great journalism. And it's also funny to be like, I have a truth that's really important, and I'm going to turn it into 3 hours of podcasting.
That's how you do great journalism in 2025.
And even Adam Silver, who's hired somebody, all these people, they're just like, we'll find out when he drops episode 4. We just have to wait for it.
Yeah,
Nobody finds
they're
it.
conducting their investigation by just listening
To the pod.
Right.
So I'm telling you right now that I do think now, from what I'm told, I originally said I don't think they're going to get nailed on this. I think Pablo has had this story from the beginning, and he is turning it into a 4-part special, of which each piece comes out one at a time. And at the end, it'll be like, boom, there's the proof that they colluded on this.
Of course, dude. It's like
It's kind of hilarious.
Walter Cronkite being like, the U.S. Pearl Harbor has been bombed by. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Coming up, we're going to let you know.
Overtime.
We'll tell you who it's not. We'll start at the top. It was not Uganda. Okay. It was
Let's snake draft who it could be.
That is hilarious.
coming up in hour 4, though. We will reveal.
Yeah, right. It's like one of those
So it's
things.
kind of funny. It is great journalism. I'm not even ragging on him. I'm just saying that
How
we
many
live
more
in such
parts
a.
do you think there are?
I think there's 2 more parts.
2 more?
I think there's 2 more that'll
Okay.
drop next week, and it'll reveal the truth of everything. And it's
we
so,
take the weekend off.
and it's
no
so
pods
funny.
drop on the
You can't
weekend.
drop it on the Saturday
No
or
pods
Sunday. There's no
record on
pod.
the
Yeah, there's no
weekends,
pod.
yeah.
I do love that.
There's no
like
commute.
I do love that there's a standardized pod schedule that goes on here too.
Monday through
Well, 'cause
Friday.
the commute, you can't lose the commuter audience when
Yeah.
you're dropping
Yeah.
this. But it is funny. So that's the first part. The second part is I have told you about how I think Adam Silver, this is like the epitome of his time here, that all of his rules, everybody just mocks in his face and he does nothing about. I think Kawhi Leonard is the face of this era.
Oh yeah,
Because we talk about how there hasn't been a face of this era.
Expressionless.
And it's also not the face. Everyone's like, why is there not a face of the era? It's Kawhi Leonard. Not the face. Taking money under the table, taking money above the table,
feel like the
refusing
never
to
talking.
play, refusing to promote the league, refusing literally every aspect of it, while also getting paid copious amounts of money both above and below the table. He is the face of the NBA.
I disagree. You know who the face of the NBA is?
Who?
Adam Silver.
Well, yes, it is Adam Silver.
That is the face of the NBA. This stuff is allowed to flourish under Adam Silver. Like disingenuous, little sneaky things happen. The fall of Kawhi Leonard is another thing. This is going to be a banger 30 for 30.
Christoph has the best comment. Each episode should be dropped on a different platform. Amazon Peacock.
I know.
It is so funny.
It'd be
that-
like, well,
That's actually why they got the deal
highlights.
with
They're free. The highlights are free.
Coming up on ESPN, we have part 3 leading into
On Peacock, I
overtime
know.
on Peacock.
Dude, remember how we all used to be like, man, cable is monopoly. This is a disaster. Please bring
Please bring it
cable.
back.
Yeah, we
Please
need
bring
cable.
back cable.
All right, I hate Kawhi Leonard. I honestly hope that when this all comes out, Steve Ballmer is forced either to sell the team, which I don't think will happen, or is just cursed so that team loses enough draft capital that they won't be good for 10 years, and that Kawhi gets banned from the league, at least for a year. Because what is it? He is the ultimate taker of the league. The ultimate. He has
Well, he's the
received
ultimate-
all of the things.
He's the ultimate taker that we're aware of.
He's like,
That's true.
he's how people talk about Jokic
Yeah.
being the face of the league.
Yeah, and Jokic, there is a thing that's noble about accepting that, and Jokic doesn't want it. I don't think it's a negative to him. I just think that it is a positive when someone says, yes, I will do this because it's good for everyone that I carry this and promote the league. It was good that Magic and Bird did it when they did it. It was good that
Uncle Dennis has squozen that out of this.
they are like, we want all the money, both legal and illegal, and we will do absolutely nothing, not even play according to our own contract. We won't do literally anything.
We're
for
not
you.
even going to play. Yeah.
But I will get paid under the table in addition
Right.
to my max
And I
contract.
won't
Did you guys
play.
see how the timing lines up?
Of course.
No,
It's-
that's
everybody knows what this
that's
is.
episode 5.
Four,
Yeah,
Kale. Don't
Kale,
spoil
yeah,
it.
That's
Dude, I
coming
don't
out on Thursday.
I don't have
On
Amazon
Tuesday.
Peacock.
I'm so
I don't have
sorry.
Amazon
I didn't wanna
Prime, dude.
step
No,
on
I
Do you not know how
Domino's
journalism
toes.
works, dude? This is real journalism.
That's actually that they're waiting to release that on Wednesday. That's when
Yeah.
most people commute
Yeah,
to work.
Yeah.
Members only. Members only get the pre.
We got one super chat. What is it?
Cedric, what a week, but good news. I passed my midterm.
Hey.
And a free ticket to a concert tonight. We got less than 40 days till the season starts. Please, Eric, smile, man.
I've been smiling this whole
Dude,
time,
I've
bro.
been telling him this whole time, smile, Eric.
Smile
Jeez,
more,
dude.
giggle more, dude.
Hit that
Laugh.
outro music if you haven't already, Kale. Guys, We got through a very rough week,
No,
and I'm excited
this
for
is
it.
a great week. What are you talking about?
But I'm glad that we got to celebrate with you guys the little joys of basketball and just spend time. We really do sincerely appreciate every single one of you that tunes in, supports our show, and just hangs out with us and sees the good in all of the little things everyone tries to do. Not just some people, not the bad that's easy to find, the little goods that are along the way. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Hit that like button on the way
We're
out.
the anti-Kawhi Leonards. We
We all silly like the mayor.